It's going to be a very interesting week. For those of you that are watching us on spring break, on vacation, sipping a margarita by the pool, hanging out, maybe getting some waves, some sun, some tanning, some skiing, some relaxing, which hopefully later this week I'll get to do. I'm in here trying to figure out what in the world is going on out there. What's going on? Because there is a lot of information and it's very confusing, right? You like those hand gestures because that's how confusing it is. We've got interest rates that don't want to break. We've got the Fed that doesn't want to crack. We got inflation that's kind of a little odd, you know, it's just not giving us where we want. That last little bit, that last mile is just not coming off. It's really frustrating. And then we've got tons of data this week. We've got jobs reports. We got the Feds talking with the manufacturing. We have auto sales. We've got a lot of data this week. It's also a quiet week because kids are out of school. We got spring break. Hey, before I had, kids, I didn't even understand. I was like, I just worked. I'm like, what do you need all the time off for? What do you mean kids are off? And now I realize, you got to take your kids. You got to go do something. You got to be a family man. So for those of you that are enjoying your time off, awesome. Congratulations there. Hopefully you guys will get some R&R. But anyways, this week there's a lot of stuff going on. And the biggest talk of the town in real estate still is the commission lawsuit, which is dying down. But still, the thing that trumps everything every week is the Fed. When are they going to cut? When are they going to pivot? Because it's not just our industry, it's everything. But there's just a lot of shit going on there. And it's just very confusing because you hear different Fed officials all over the place and you hear one thing, then they do another. The other thing that's really alarming, that's really coming out in the commercial world, which I'm just touching base on real quick, is a lot of the big players out there, even to small players, they're starting to give back their properties. They're starting saying, hey, you can have this office building, you can have these 5 back, you can have this hotel back, this apartment building. This is what's happening right now. So this is just the start of it, where they're probably trying to negotiate with the bank. They're probably trying to work it out. They're probably trying to see, hey, can I make this work? And then unfortunately, they were not able to make it work. And so they just said, you can have back the mortgages. Somebody else will probably swoop in and buy those deals at a significant discount. That is what's happening out there right now. It's concerning because how bad will this go? How rampant will it go? Will this really impact the banks? Will the Fed have to come in and bail out banks even more, which is creating more stimulus? But here in California, the talk of this week, or nationally or globally, besides the clips that's coming up, I guess, that we all have to watch, is if you happen to work at McDonald's or Taco Bell or El Pollo Loco or Subway, or a fast food chain, apparently there's 500,000 of you. You got a huge wage increase, maybe not as big as maybe if you're making 19 bucks, you go to 20. But if you're making 15 bucks an hour, you just got moved to $20 an hour, which is insane. Which is kind of, what do we think? What do you guys think? What do you agree with it? You don't agree with it? Do you think that now every small business owner is going to be forced with a gun to their head saying you have to do $20 an hour? I don't know. Everything just keeps going up. And so we got to raise what people make so they can live here in this crazy state of California that we live. That we decide to live, because I look outside. Yesterday it was raining, but today is sunny, 70s and beautiful. And my gosh, how do you beat that? Maybe with terrible politics and $20 an hour for fast food workers. Just kidding. Do they deserve it? Does anybody deserve it? I don't know. Let's see what happens. We'll see what the cost really is, but what are you going to do? Oh, and if you guys noticed, yes, I got a haircut. And I shaved. So happy to be here. Anyways. Welcome back to another episode of The Brief. My name is Kenny Simpson. If this is your first time joining and you had to go through that whole thing, hopefully I did not lose you and you're staying with me now, because the goods are coming. And how did you not enjoy what I just talked about? That was some amazing hot topic, breaking news. And if you've been here the 50th time, the 10th time, the 20th time, I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for watching. I'm here to educate. I'm here to teach. I'm here to learn. I'm also here to entertain. And I'm here to hopefully provide you some wisdom and to break down what in the hell is going on in this crazy real estate market or this crazy economy that we live in. And what do we Every week, what do we start with? Could you guys tell me? Anybody say, what was that? Inventory. How did you guess? And here we go with the inventory. It's the same song. It's the same dance. It's the same depression. But yes, year over year over year, inventory has increased. So that's good, but hasn't increased enough. And I'm going to look now at my data so I can give it to you. Nationally, last week we're at 512, 759. This week, 517, 355. Yeah, not very good, but it's better than the opposite. San Diego, last week new listings were 540. This week, not good guys, 380. Listings sold last week, 385. This week, 421. Active listings was 2994. We're so close to 3,000. Did we break it? Did we do it, folks? Can I get a drum roll, please? And the survey says no, it's 2910. We went backwards. What? Backwards? Thought we're in spring, summer. We're supposed to be going forward. I don't know. How are rates? I'm saying rates are chilling. Look, they're a little this, a little that. It's like this. It's kind of like, it's like this motion right here. Did you see that? Like this. Just very little movement. They're not going down. They're not really going up. The 10 years around 4.2, high 4.1s. Then today I think we have 4.3. It's very frustrating because I think the manufacturing data came in better, but it's tough, guys. We're just trying to get through this. We really, really are. PC data came in last week. We're at the 2.8 mark. Way they want to be at 2%. It's just this last mile is frustrating. The Fed's going to move your expectations up. I mean, it's hard to get there, guys, when they keep printing money. Did you realize that we bring in 4.3 trillion and in 2024, was it? They want to spend 7 trillion? What? That's like we make 100,000, but we're going to spend 400,000. How do you do that? I mean, how does that? Oh, we just print. I don't get it. Big week for news, as I mentioned before. Big week. The big mouth feds will come out and talk. They'll probably be on different pages. We've got, our lovely jobs report. Do you think last month will get revised? I think they will. Do you think this month will be wrong? I think it will. Oh, I love those jobs reports. Why don't we just wait? Hey, Mr. Government Official, why don't we just wait till you send the one out that's correct? Because we don't want the one to change. Because we don't want rates to go up. And then we get the one that revised, we go, whoopsie daisy. What do you mean, whoopsie daisy? Whoopsie daisy, we messed up. No, there is no more whoopsie daisy. We're tired of messing up. We want accurate jobs reports. We want it. We should demand it. Be prepared for volatility this week. It is going to be here. It's going to be around with all this news and data. It's a quiet week in real estate. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of people out of town. So maybe buyers are on hold, dealing with their kids, trying to get paperwork and all that. So a lot of people are here around for business. But anyways, a lot of slower week. Traffic's lighter, which I love. So we'll welcome everybody back when they come back. Okay. My first-time home buyers, my real estate investors, anybody looking to apply for a mortgage, what is coming up? Ding, 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 ding. April 15th, tax time, your taxes are due. So what does that mean? As of right now, if your loan is in submission, we are going to need filed tax returns. And if you file tax returns and you owe money, they're going to want to show that you paid those taxes. So you're going to have to show us you paid. If not, they're going to want to show that you are on a payment plan. There's your two options if you file. If you get money back, that's not an option. So either A, you get money back, B, you don't owe any money, C, you owe money, you pay right then and there, federally, we're talking about. And 4, if you can't afford what the money is owed, you have to get on a payment plan, which, by the way, folks, takes time because you get to give them all your lovely paperwork and all this crap, and then you get to pay them monthly, and they tell you what you should pay. It's not fun. But if that is you, we will need one of those for you to qualify for a purchase or refinance. So keep that in mind. It is okay if you extend. You have till October. So do not get frustrated. Don't get upset if you extend. It is what it is. There's nothing to panic about. All my self-employed first-time home buyers, raise your hand. Yes, I am talking to you. If you're looking to buy a home in 2024, file your tax returns. You can file on April 15th. Let me give you the biggest tip that you will ever get that you should always remember. If you are going to buy a home this year and you're not sure if you qualify, do not, I repeat, do not file your tax returns. Get a draft. Send it over to a loan officer, a mortgage broker, a banker, somebody like me. Let me review. Let me make sure you qualify, because if you file those returns and you're like, shoot, I wrote off all these expenses that I could have probably not written off because I wanted to buy the house, you are screwed most likely. Lenders do not want you to amend returns to show more income to qualify for a house. You will most likely have to wait a period of time, 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever the lender says. But lenders don't want you to go, well, I did this and I'm just going to change what I make now and amend the tax return. They're like, no, I don't think so. They don't like it. But if you are self-employed and you are going to go 5% down conventional, 5, 10, 20, 30, if you're going to go conventional, you can do 1 year tax return. If you've been self-employed for 5 years and you get the AUS filing approval. If you don't know what I'm talking about, hit me up, DM me, whatever you want, and we can chat about your situation. I can help you. Also, number 2, if you're going FHA or VA, you are required 2 years tax return. So you cannot do the 1 year that is on the conventional loan or Fannie Freddie 5% down. If you're going non-QM or jumbo and it allows a 1 year tax return, that's a different story. You could potentially do that on a certain jumbo product. Remember, consult with your loan officer, your banker, your dude, your lady, whoever you're working with, and make sure they understand what you're doing. Let them look at a draft return. For crying out loud, don't file. Take the time, slow down. Let's get it right so you can get that house and get in there and win the house, right? That's what we're here to do. Educate you so you don't make that mistake. Crazy statistic. There are 1 million home buyers. Listen to this one. Doomsayers, crashers, whatever you guys are that think the housing market's going to crash, and home buyers that think, and 25% of you think that the market is going to be like 2008. But I wanted to let you know that there was 1 million fewer foreclosures and short sales in the last 5 years than the prior. 1 million. That's a lot, folks. That is a lot. So keep that in mind for you doomsayers, you crashers. Let's go to some fun articles. What do we got? I love this one. Here we go.
Proposal now to make financial education a graduation requirement in state public schools.
Capitol correspondent Eitan Wallace spoke one-on-one with Thurmond and has more on his message.
Well, here at the California Department of Education, Thurmond told me he believes the required personal finance course could be a game changer for students, and soon you, the voters, could have the final say.
This is something that will have tremendous benefits for our students.
That's the message State Superintendent of Public Instruction Tony Thurmond hopes to convey about a proposal to make a course in personal finance a graduation requirement in California public schools.
Well, hallelujah, California. I mean, this is probably one of the smartest things you ever heard of. Are you telling me that before a high school kid goes out in the real world and starts to pay taxes and starts to get a job and starts to learn how to invest his money and applies for a credit card, buys a house, has to use credit, maybe starts a business, all these things that you guys have thought of to let's have a course, let's have something to teach them about credit, about like finances 101. I salute you, California. Thank you. Finally, we are starting to do something smart. Just take that business, take that smart juju right there. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it going, California. I love this. I love this. I cannot tell you, if you're a parent, if you're anybody watching this, your kid in high school, whatever, they should know what a credit score is. They should know about credit cards, getting a mortgage, financing, investing. Why not, folks? I love this. I love this. I love this. I tell you, this is one of the best things I've heard in a long time. But one of the best things that I haven't heard in a long time, that joke doesn't even make any sense. But anyways, this other article that I wanted to do, the Denver Post. Oh yeah, Denver's coming at you guys. 5 dangers of buying a home without what? Oh, you guessed it, without a real estate agent. Let's go through their 5 and let's see what we think this is all about. Number 1. Lack of knowledge and expertise. I mean, guys, let's get serious here for a minute. If a buyer's agent helps somebody buy 500 homes or 50 homes or 100 homes, even 20, and this is your first one, who do you think knows more? There's your answer, the buyer's agent. So let's start going where their value is. Number 2, legal risk. What do you mean legal risk, Kenny? I don't understand. Legal risk could be anything. You could lose your deposit. You could make mistakes negotiating. You could put yourself in a vulnerable position. You could remove all contingencies and then realize later, oh my gosh, I forgot to check on the plumbing or the roof or everything else. So, like I said, is number one, lack of knowledge and expertise. That moves right into legal risk, which you could find yourself in hot water because you want to back out of a deal, you don't like it, and guess what? Now they want to take your hard-earned $25,000, $50,000, $10,000, $100,000 you put in deposit because you wanted to save on the broker commission. Now that's tied up in litigation and legal, and it's going to ruin your life. Trust me, if you've never been in a lawsuit, it will. That's legal. Number two, negotiation challenge. Guys, I mean, do we really have to spell this one out? Negotiation. If you're an agent, a buyer's or seller's agent, and you sold 50 or 100 homes, that's it. Some people have sold thousands, okay? I'm not even gonna go there. Are you telling me you're just as good as a negotiator they are? Depending on your job, depending on your skill set. But have you negotiated real estate? Do you even know what you're negotiating? Do you even know what they're looking for? Do you even know? No. So negotiation, another one. Financial risk. You could lose your earnest money deposit. You could get into a bad deal, overpay for a house. You can move in, not know that there was some plumbing issue, some foundation issue or something. Financially, this is why you would hire an agent. Number one is you hired an agent and you have a broker. So if something goes wrong, you go to them and go, hey, I hired you. You have legal. You go fix this. You help me fight it. You drag them into it. That's why you pay for them. That's why there's a service. So financially, there's so many things. Plus, they can refer you to loan officers. They can refer you to the right insurance or title or escrow. There are so many ways you can get screwed on buying a house or an investment property, madam. Just let alone so many ways. And I like all these. Again, lack of knowledge, legal, limited access, negotiating challenges, financial risk. Oh, I missed limited access. Let me tell you about limited access. That's what I want to get into. If you're working with a really, really good real estate agent or a loan officer or insurance or title escrow or anybody, do you know what they have that you probably don't? The housing industry, the real estate industry, they have connections. They have relationships. They know that buyer's agent. They know that listing agent. They know that escrow officer. They know the other loan officer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And guess what? Relationships in this business, they matter way more than you think. They get deals done. They help with negotiations. They help with getting price reductions. They help getting exceptions on loans. They help making sure that you get the right appraiser, inspector, title escrow, the whole thing, folks. It's a whole pie here. And if you want to take a slice out of the pie and go do it yourself, go ahead. But please, dear God, do not cry and complain if it gets screwed up and it costs you money, time, energy, stress, and all that. Because buying a home and moving is already tough enough. And I agree with this article that I would not cut it. But I love those 5 dangers of buying a home, putting yourself into danger. And the next I want to talk about is the CFPB. The good old CFPB stands for Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Sometimes they're overreach, sometimes they're overkill. Yes, they've made our industry kind of a nightmare at times, but they are good. And you know what I love about it? It's the Consumer Protection Bureau. Why don't we just read it? Is now offering an overview of consumer complaints on a variety of industries overseen by the Bureau. And one of the industries they're overseeing is, here we go. The CFPB received about 27,900 mortgage-related complaints in 2023. Wow! And sent 23,384 of them to companies for review and response. I referred another 10% to other regulatory agencies and found 6% to not require action. As of March 1, 2024, less than 0.1% of these complaints, 0.1% complaints were pending with the consumer and less than 0.1 were pending with the Bureau. The majority of the consumer complaints in the mortgage industry, 13,100 or 58%, were focused on conventional loans, followed by FHA, VA, and home equity lines of credit. What else was on the list? USDA loans. More than 11,400 complaints dealt with trouble during the payment process, while more than 6,000 had to help with consumers struggling making payments. Other common complaints included applying for a new mortgage or refinancing existing one, closing on a mortgage, or a problem with a credit report or credit score. The company response rates to these instances was at or above 90%. That's it. That's not bad. Hey, I feel good. I was going to say there's all these complaints. Look, if you have a complaint and you're in any with credit cards, anything that to do with financial, reach out to CFPB. They're here to complain. That's the complaints you guys are getting. Of course, there are complaints. You could have a good experience, bad experience. We're all in the consumers. We're all here to help consumers, folks. Realtors, title, escrow, lenders, whatever. Not everything's going to go perfect. Not everything's going to go right. Things happen. People get upset. Deals fall apart. Something comes up. That's why they're there. Most people in this business are doing a good job. They're busting their butt. They're good people. There are always a few bad actors, bad eggs in every bunch. So if you have one, complain about them. I don't know what to tell you. And finally, I want to end on this one. Whether you like this guy, whether you don't like this guy, whether you think his philosophy is garbage, whether you think it's good, it doesn't matter. Good old Dave Ramsey coming around. Look, don't knock a guy like Dave. Has a very successful company, made a lot of money, very wealthy, done very well. He helps out a lot of people. And Dave is perfect. If you're a W-2, I want to buy one property, put my money in 401k, a retired kind of dude and family, Dave is probably your man. But if you are not that, if you're like a rich dad, poor dad, read that book, then you are not Dave. But if you're Dave Ramsey and you're following him, let's hear what Dave has to say about what? Redditors call out Dave Ramsey's mortgage advice as nearly impossible, if not wealthy. Is it realistic? It may sound crazy, but people like you do it every day. He wrote in the article, according to him, the best way to buy a home in today's market, are you ready, is to put 5% down, 0% down, 20% down, 50% down, 80% down. No, it is to pay cash, folks. Dave Ramsey says pay cash for your house. Dave? Yeah. Dave, you there? Yeah. So your advice is to pay cash. Yeah. Dave, I don't think everybody has cash to pay for a house. So I don't think that's realistic, Dave. And honestly, Dave, not everybody's going to agree with you because people do agree. You say leverage is bad, and leverage is actually not bad if it's done properly. Getting a mortgage or putting 5 or 10 or 15, 20% down is not bad, Dave, if you can afford it. So look, Dave, I do understand that you want people to put a lot of money down, do a 15-year fix, do a 10-year fix, pay it off. That is the Dave Ramsey way. I'm not going to knock it. But guys, you do not have to pay all cash for a house. That is unrealistic. It's unreasonable. That's why there's 5, 10, 15, all the way down to 100% down on a house. There's many options to help you get into a home. So if you do need help getting a home and you got more questions about that, hit me up because I can definitely help you out. But Dave, a lot of your viewers, a lot of the people online thought a lot of times you have good advice, but this advice was unrealistic, didn't make any sense, and they didn't think this is doable for most people. Like literally pretty much first-time homebuyers, unless your mom or dad are helping you win the lottery or you took an exit or you just have money laying around, it's probably hard to buy your first house cash. That's why there's people like us that lend money to help you out. So anyways, thank you guys. That's it for the brief. Thought you had some fun articles to bring into there to talk what's going on out there. Anyways, thanks for watching. Until next week, have a great week. Happy spring break. Happy April's Fools. I know I missed it for this week. I can't send a video joking around. If this came out on Monday, I would have definitely done something, but it's too late and I don't feel like joking. But anyways, if I can help you, reach out to me. I will talk to you guys soon. See you soon. Take care.